Hi viewers and subscribers, welcome to another episode of Learning Japanese, where I share my progress on what I'm doing these days to improve my learning of Japanese language. So, all this time that I have been talking about various different things, I wanted to especially touch the topic of kanji learning. And I'm tackling this now because I think that I have improved on my kanas, like hiragana and katakana. I'm able to read them, I'm able to write them, I'm able to recognize them. So that is something that is now embedded in my brain, and I think that I'm good. So I'm now focusing more on incorporating in my learning kanji. So I want to use this video because I know that kanji is one of the most difficult aspects of Japanese, and many people have struggled with kanji, and some people struggled with it so much that they altogether wanted to skip it or ended up skipping it when they were learning the Japanese language. So I think it is a mistake, Of course it requires a lot of patience, but I am coming across different techniques, different strategies to now incorporate kanji into my learning and making it easier for myself as I go along learning Japanese language. So what I want to do in this video is basically share those strategies with you guys as to what I am doing for my self-learning when I'm teaching myself Japanese language, and what I'm doing to teach myself kanji these days. So stay tuned and let's get into it.
Now, before I go into the details of how I'm learning kanji, I want to share the book that I am using to learn kanji. And the book is by Genki, and the title is Kanji, Look and Learn. It has 512 kanji, and as it says on the title, with illustrations and mnemonic hints. What I love about this book is that it really organizes the kanji very well. First of all, it uses the kanji that are really simple, followed by the more difficult and more complex kanji in the very end. Now, you don't have to necessarily buy this particular book. You can buy any book that works for you. The only reason why I am mentioning this particular book is because I have purchased it and I'm using it, and it is really helpful for me to learn kanji. I'm also taking my time to learn kanji slowly. So as it is mentioned on the title of the book, it has 512 kanji. So far, I only learned 43 kanji from this book. And the reason I am taking my time to learn kanji is because I want to be able to learn them really well and keep them in my memory for a long term. And I feel that if I take it fast, then I think I won't be able to accomplish the goal of retaining the information, which is what I always emphasize in my videos. Now I want to move on to the strategy part of this video as to what I'm doing to learn kanji and to keep them into my memory for long term. From the past 2 years that I have been learning and practicing kanji, I have been only able to learn 43 out of the thousands of kanjis that are in the Japanese language, and 512 as they are in the book from Genki. Even though I have only learned 43 kanji, I have actually mastered them very well, which means I don't need to think, I don't need to look back as to how they are written and what they mean. I am very flawlessly able to write these 43 kanji without any problem. And you can see all 43 kanji where I have labeled them by pointing them out what they are. So these are the 43 kanji that I have learned so far. And what I'm doing is, after learning these 43 kanji, I am utilizing the Genki kanji book that I have. And the good thing is that every kanji has a section in which the words that are using those kanji are mentioned. And what I'm doing is that, let's say if there are words that are strictly written with the kanji that I have learned, I am learning those words, not only what they mean. I am also learning how to pronounce them. I'm also learning how to write them in a kana format, and I am learning also how to write the word in kanji. You can visualize how I practice learning new words. So the first thing I do is to put the English translation on the very top, so I know exactly what the word means in English, followed by the kana, which means how this word is in Japanese, and then finally I write the kanji of that Japanese word in the end. So in this way, I am not only learning the new word, I know what it means, I know how it is written in a kana format, how it is pronounced, and also if I encounter this word in the kanji format, what is the way to write it in kanji. And as I have always said in my past videos on learning Japanese, that there is no better way to learn a language than repetition. So you have to just repeat these over and over until they're embedded in your brain. I understand that the process can be very slow, but it is a foolproof process. It is a very stable way of learning a language, because you will retain the information, as I have multiple times repeated this in my instructions to the new Japanese learners, that if you're learning this language, you must understand the power of repetition and how it will help you guys in retaining the information, because the key to learn a language is the ability to retain the information. So my long-term strategy is, once I finish learning all the words that are formed by these 43 kanji, I'm going to then move on to the next kanji and then start to learn words that are formed by that particular kanji with a mix of all the other kanji that I know. And this is the way I intend to move forward with learning kanji. If you like the content, please subscribe, like the video, and comment below. Help the channel grow. Thank you for watching in a week.